This is Rosie. She is a 1965 Chevy C-10 with a 350 swap and a 4-speed, and she is going to be our new shop truck for the channel. We're super excited about this. She's great, you know, short bed, got the two-tone. It's really a great truck, and it's a great platform for us to use around the shop.
We actually found this thing on Facebook Marketplace. It was a great price. We were the first people to go out and see it. Actually went by myself because Jason and Daniel were both out of town, so I was kind of flying solo. We went there, had some help from my girlfriend's family and my mom to do the negotiations. The guy didn't want to sell it too much, but he let go of it, and here it is now. He did do some modifications to it. He was daily driving it for a while, but then it sat for a little bit. So there were some problems that we're going to have to fix before this thing is roadworthy again, but it's going to be awesome once it's done.
The rough things are the transmission is not geared properly for the motor in the truck. It's going to be hard to tow and hard to go on the highway. The brakes are super bad. The gas tank is rusted, and the carb is not really working very well. So we'll have to fix all those things before this thing is a good driving truck, and we'll see what else we have to do.
So when I went to go check this thing out, it wasn't running and driving, but we were able to get the engine started on some starter fluid. We brought a battery with us to test it, and it seemed pretty strong, so we took the gamble and we towed it from Fort Worth back here to Frisco. So there was a lot of towing involved in this thing's back, that's why I didn't film a lot of it. But the first thing I did when we got back is went to Summit, picked up a gas tank because the old one was crusty. The fuel float had disintegrated in there. There was a lot of rust. So that's what you see here is a brand new gas tank from Summit. So we just went with the stock one behind the seat. Might change it to in the bed later, but for now that'll do. And then we cleaned up the interior a little bit because there are little gaps in the windows where some dirt and bugs got in.
All right, so one of the first things that needs to go is this tint. I mean, it's a classic truck and it feels really dark inside, so. Oh man, it'll be a little hard.
Oh, I like it already, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a major tintage too.
Yeah, and also like there's scratches on the outside, and because of the tint you can like see them really easily, but now it's kind of pretty incognito.
Yeah, we got nothing against tint, but I don't know, this thing's just kind of more classic vibe.
And the interior is black, so having the tint plus the black, it's like dark.
Yeah, it's like a nightclub in there.
Yep.
So it's a mechanical fuel pump, so we just want to get her going with some starter fluid. Pretty cool, it actually works.
It runs good.
That's why we got a filter on there though, get all the gunk out.
Rock crusher, baby.
I'm in the middle, dude. That feel when it feels like you're going 100.
Yeah, dude.
I turn left.
I don't have a speedometer though. Second or like not different gears. I don't really like it that much because that means I.
No, you'll get used to it, man.
Yeah.
You'll never miss second gear. Missing second gear is the worst.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta get used to all the pedals. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, the clutch is way too high. That's all she got. We're not gonna rev too much. But yeah, dude, it sounds good.
It's super fast. Brakes kind of work. Alright, let's go home. Yeah. Success! That's alright, we can tie you in.
Alright, burnout time.
Not today.
Burnout time?
Let's get a closer inspection here. How are we looking down here? So the transmission has no bolts in it.
That seems
Which is
like,
quite alarming, because what we found was happening is it would grind in between gears sometimes for no apparent reason. And what we're figuring would happen is just when it got torqued in the right way, because your shift linkage is attached directly to the transmission.
It was mostly on deceleration.
Mostly on deceleration. So basically, probably when the most torque is coming through here, or when it just is able to vibrate, it's kind of shifting itself out of gear while the clutch isn't engaged. So you're gonna be grinding stuff, or at least that's what we hope. Regardless, the transmission needs bolts, so we're just gonna bolt it in right now.
I thought it came from the factory like that.
It's super strange because like everything's here and lined up. Like there's holes and bushings and everything. It's
Yeah,
just,
I would have expected it to like not line up, but no, there's no bolts.
yeah. So we'll just put some good lock nuts on there, and hopefully we get lucky and all our problems go away. So the starter was acting up. I have a high torque mini starter that's just been sitting around, so we're gonna get this massive one out of here and just put the mini starter in. It's gonna take less amps and stuff. It's just gonna be a lot better replacement with it. All right, those are tight.
Okay, so we have the new ground wire, because it was grounded really sketchy before, and then we have the new starter, so let's see. This is gonna be the first start since it sat, so. Okay. Let's give it another try. The C-10 used to do this. The idle's high from driving it here, but that was pretty good. It did grind a little bit, but that's, I've heard worse. Yeah, thanks for videoing this.
Do you want to keep this starter or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. 0.7 divided by 8. Let's find out how many cubic Makunis this is.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how many Go Power Sports Makuni carburetors it would take to make this thing run.
By 8. So that's 700 cc's per cylinder. So no, Makunis would not run this. Well, if we got a 670 Makuni,
That's true.
like a I should go gasket. Nice amount of rust on the intake.
Out with the old. It's weird. It's got Weber stuff on the side. Maybe there's like some collab action. I'm not too familiar with Edelbrock.
Level Brock.
Studs aren't in the right spot. I need the outside holes, bigger car. So just reinstalling these studs a little bit further because the Holly has a wider bolt pattern than what we're used to, or than what was on this, so pretty easy. All right, so new carburetor.
Whoa. Yeah. Dang.
Wow, that's funny, it looks too clean on this thing.
We got throttle. It returns beautifully. I mean, all the wires hooked up. This thing should be ready to go.
Dang. That's gonna take a little while. That starter cranks, dude. That really good. It's wired, too.
Back, here we go.
Here, wait. Do you have a fire extinguisher? Let me give you one. I'm calling that a success. It runs way better, y'all.
All right, guys. So, I mean, we've only put in like a couple hours of work, and this thing is already like definitely making a ton of progress. So, what we need to do next is to mount the transmission because that's grinding. But basically, the whole engine, all that area, the carb, engine, fuel, that's just like seems really solid right now. So yeah, a couple more things and this thing's gonna be dailyable. Also, what's really nice about this is that we had parts from, you know, the C-10 and the CJ. So that carb was on the shelf and the starter was on the shelf. So that was basically free for this thing. Really all we bought was the gas tank, and then we're gonna have to buy brakes. But besides that stuff, it's really kind of just as is, kind of worked. Nice. She is pretty.
So sick.
Yeah, look at the like nice strip plate and everything.